Let's start as usual. Sit back, relax, meditate along. You don't need to do anything else. Just allow the energies to come in and to transform your system. Block audio. Is the audio not good? Oh yeah, works. Do you hear me, Laurie?
Yeah, I just meant some people didn't have their audio off.
Muting everyone. Okay. Thank you. All right, everybody's muted now. Great. Have a sip. Let's start. I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. So this is a never-ending process. We can always carry more light, and the light is higher information, wisdom. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. I clear surface energies. Surface energies are all sorts of energies that are floating around the top of your system. And the thing is, always when there is a movement, something moving in the system in the forefront, this is where the attention goes. Just how our system works. And then this is the main experience. And when we clear the surface energies, we can tap into what's also there. So this space behind, where the silence is, the clarity, the stillness, the inner peace. And always when I clear surface energies, right away, more light is in your system, more expansion is happening. Then I clear energies out of the mind, same thing here. I just clear surface energies so that you don't have any thoughts during the meditation, or less thoughts. And also there's like then let's just say the best possible way I can describe it, like a little detachment happening. So even though there are thoughts that you're undisturbed, yeah, and right away more light enters the mind level. It expands beautifully. So the system in general is expanding so much, and I open up the energy field even more. The energy that's present right now, it's like a very calming energy. It just helps to calm down the nervous system so much, so beautiful much, that you can relax even more. Drop into this beautiful space, and you're surrounded by these high vibrational divine energies that are holding you. And then I pull in more light into your system. So through the upper chakras down to the lower chakras. Also same thing, through the lower chakras up to the higher chakras, same light, just different direction. Then I open up the central energy channel. This is where life energy flows through the system. So life energy flows from the root to the crown chakra, falls back down left and right, and flows up again. It's a never-ending flow, and the more the system is healed and cleared open and expanded, the more life energy can flow. So all the energies that are stuck in our system, they also use up life energy. And every time we clear something, more life energy is available, more life energy can flow through the system, and then in general you have more energy available. Because most people have like only a small amount of their life energy available for the everyday life experience. Of course, when you do this work, you have more and more, but like people who don't do this kind of work and have a lot of stuck energies, they really don't have a lot of life energy. So then I accelerate the life energy. And clear out the channel even more. So from the root to the crown chakra. And expand it. And help the life energy to flow more. Then I dissolve the mechanism that creates a past and a future. Brings you fully into the present moment. Yeah, and when this stays, so every time I pull you into the present moment, you know, you're more and more in the present moment and eventually just stays there. And when it stays, the experience is totally different because all the energy is there in the present moment. Everything is only happening in the present moment, and you can't even move into past and future anymore. It's just gone. This possibility is gone. Then I open up the chakras, crown chakra first, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. More light is coming in. At the same time, the system is relaxing more, the body is relaxing more beautifully. It's very beautiful because I hardly see any resistance here today. The systems are all very happy. to relax and open up more and just allow to come through whatever needs to come through. So that's very beautiful, very amazing. I see a few energies are being cleared. It's more in the background, so the clearing now is happening more in the background. Yeah, just all sorts of different energies are being cleared. And you can feel it when there is more expansion happening. So when you experience yourself being more expanded, when you experience there is more light or the light is stronger in your system, it just means something could go and more light replaced that what left. And if you don't see or feel the light, you might feel just more space in the system or less contraction, maybe just more space or more relaxation. Yeah. So what I'm getting right now, that comes in from this energy that's present, it basically tells us that the times right now where we live in are the times where we have the possibility to live life to the fullest in all areas. So this is coming in. So first, yes, intellectually, we understand this, right? But it's really coming into the system. And it basically, when it comes into the system, this information, it opens up new doors or it opens up new possibilities within the system where the system looks at or where the system opens up to, and then it is your experience. So when the system is closed in certain areas, you can't even have the experience, even though it would be around you, because everything is there anyways. But when the information in the system changes, the system can open up to new possibilities, opens up new doors that you didn't see before, that you didn't consider before. So that's happening right now. So this potential is there to live life to the fullest. And basically, this is abundance in all areas, because abundance has to do, yes, with an income and housing and food and all these things, but also it has to do with health, with having family or just people around you who are like family or just close, amazing experiences, all sorts of different things. So basically in all areas, in really all areas, abundance. So this is the potentiality what's coming in right now. Let's sit with this for 1-2 minutes so that the system can adjust. And while this is coming in, I see a lot of low vibration energies rising, right? Because always when a certain information comes in that's higher vibrational information that is not of this vibration is surfacing and can be cleared. And it's very interesting because there is a lot of fear surfacing around actually stepping into that potentiality. So this fear is being cleared in the background. A lot of it has to do with the fear that I'm not good enough. So I cleared out of the heart chakra. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this is a big one. Why me? I also see a lot of restrictions are surfacing. So what do I mean with that? It's basically conditioning, misunderstandings, things we learn from parents and people around us, what's right and what's wrong, and how life is supposed to be, how it is supposed to unfold, what a good human person or human being should do in their lives to have a successful life, what success is, and stuff like that. So there is a lot of misunderstanding around all of this. And I use the word misunderstanding, although it's just everybody's individual conditioning. So for them, for you, it's just the truth. It's just the truth what you're experiencing. But if we compare it to the highest truth possible, then it's a misunderstanding because there are other options as well. And there are a lot of very limiting options in the system that you are following because you believe them to be true. And yes, it's always hard to understand, okay, how can I not believe it because it is my experience? Yes, and this is really how it is. When we believe it to be true, it is our experience. So this is really how it is. So we can just relax out of it, step out of it, heal it or clear it, dissolve it, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. Move beyond it. That's what we can do. And what helps is recognizing there are other options and then also making the better choice, the choice that resonates more. And it's really outdated. So this is what I'm getting from the energies. It's so outdated to choose what the mind thinks it's best. It's so outdated. It's also funny, right, to say this, but this is really what comes in very strongly. So let's sit with this for a minute just to integrate this information. So if things are still are serving us, they're actually serving us, where we, like when we tune in from the heart level, it resonates, then it's fine, it can stay until it leaves, because everything is a limitation, the good stuff and also the low vibrational stuff. So but first the low vibrational stuff, this is what we want to heal and clear and dissolve, and then also the high vibrational stuff can go. So the mind is an accumulation of information from the past, things you've experienced or you learned about. And it can't predict the future. It can't predict what's good or bad for you. It doesn't know. Like the mind can never know. It doesn't work. Also, the ego doesn't know. They don't like it. These two parts of our system, which are mainly in the forefront or have a lot of energy, they don't know what's good for us. So what knows that's good for us is like our being, and to point somewhere so that we have like a place where we want to point to, is the heart. So really listening to the heart, because basically the information from the being of what we are moves through the heart space, and the intuition, if we want to locate it. And that's coming in, and it's important. So when something is still serving you and you feel like, yes, it's actually serving me, then that's fine. It can stay until it will dissolve. But if you are experiencing things that you don't deserve, that you don't resonate with anymore, it's time to really look what does instead. It's very important. Because choosing what you prefer helps to raise your vibration as well, and also brings you more in alignment, and then new possibilities can open up. So this is coming in very strongly. Yeah, and then what comes in, abundance is basically the natural state. So we don't experience it because there are just limitations there. So misunderstandings, conditioning, stuck energies, all of these things are there. So it's very simple. And because they are there, we don't experience them. So I see energies are surfacing from the system. So a lot is being cleared, for example. Yeah, and this is often very tricky because to see what kind, like what is actually a limitation. Because, for example, if we're doing something that doesn't resonate with us personally, but we think we do it because we're better people if we do it, you know, it's or if, you know, we would, yeah, that's that's exactly what comes through. Then it is a misunderstanding, or it is I'm looking for words. It's a hidden, it's a hidden stuck energy. It's a hidden low vibration energy in the system that takes us away from who we really are and what we really want. And it has this excuse, but it's better for others, or it's better for the environment, or it's better for whatever. So, and I see a lot of these energies in the system that are surfacing now, and then they're being cleared, where we think we make a choice, even though it doesn't 100% resonate with us, but there is always an excuse. It's where we think it's a high vibrational excuse, why we didn't actually choose what we really want. And I'm just using like one or two examples to give you an idea, but there are millions of examples. For example, taking the bike and not the car because of the environment. I'm not saying that you can't take the bike, but just, you know, I'm just trying to give examples because this would be a very obvious one. Or not having chocolate. Yeah, because let's say it comes from a country far away, and then it has to be brought to your home country, and then, you know, again, environment. These are the two examples that are popping up, but there are so many. There are so many different ones. I see if I get another one. Yeah, you do something that doesn't resonate. Again, you do it for others. For example, you do something because you think it's better for others when you do it. So you do something that doesn't resonate with the excuse you actually do it for others. So there are a lot of these energies in the system. They are like a little bit undercover. Or another example comes up, because we talked about hotels before. Not choosing a hotel where you would actually like to stay in for the night, but choosing a cheap one a not very nice one, and then saying, yeah, I don't care, I don't care where I sleep, I only sleep there, like I don't spend time there anyways, I just sleep there. Just an example, like making an excuse for not actually choosing what you really would prefer. And this takes a lot of courage and strength and overcoming yourselves, ourselves, I know that as well, um, to actually choose what we prefer. And the funny thing is, this takes us to abundance. So if we choose something where we limit ourselves, where we choose what actually doesn't resonate, but for whatever reason we choose it, we also close the door to abundance a little bit. And then also energies are coming up, yeah, but I can't afford this, or this is not possible, or blah, blah. So also these energies are being cleared. It's always about the present moment. So it's reasonable, like what is coming up. Let's say you go to the store and you buy, there are 2 pieces of bread. Let's say there is a cheap one, not so healthy one, and then there is the organic, very expensive one. And then because you always choose the cheaper price, you take the cheap one, not as the not as good one. Okay, before I could even continue with the example, it was already cleared. So the example is also gone. So it's already being cleared, what I wanted to point out. So that's good. And what you can feel, like just tune into a system, is a lot more open, a lot more expanded. And I see I'm using the word, although it's a bit different, there is so much allowance in your system to choose what you actually prefer. So allowing yourself, although it's not really like that, I'm just using this word for understanding reasons. There is just this openness, this allowing yourself, hey, I can actually choose what I want because I live in abundance, everything is energy. And if I choose what I prefer, I get more of it. More of it can come in, more possibilities are coming in. And it's always about what's happening in the present moment. So it's not about, okay, but I would like to buy an apartment in New York City where they cost a few million euros, dollars. It's really about it's simple everyday life choices that are coming up in your life experience. We talk about those. That's enough. Like choosing what you prefer. So this is coming in very strongly. Yeah, and if it eventually comes up to buy an apartment there, then it will be absolutely possible. But we talk about really in the present moment, what's coming up for you in the present moment on an everyday life experience. And there is, like, I see the system tries to move into the future, although it doesn't work right now, because when the present moment, I just see that the energies try and want to look what they want in the future, because it's not here right now. So this is a typical mechanism also that's in the system. It doesn't work right now because we're only in the present moment. But also this energy, I clear this energy, because this is a very unfortunate one. It takes us away from the present moment into the future that doesn't exist, showing what we don't have, what we would like to have. And this energy is probably one of the worst energies for our experience, always seeing, I don't have it yet, but I want to have it in the future. How do I get there? And then creating this lack experience in the present moment. So I clear it. And then the next energy that comes in is really all about surrender. Surrender to life. If you surrender to life, everything falls into place anyways. It always does. So if things are not falling into place, it just means we are in the way. There is no exception. It's always we are in the way. Yes, it's not on a conscious level. Okay, we're not in the way on a conscious level, because often it's like it's just an energy pattern playing out. It's like a karmic energy playing out. But it's always like our system. It's always within us. And also what I'm seeing is, and this is what's happening right now, and that's really cool, when we surrender to life more and more and more, and even though these karmic patterns, all sorts of energy patterns are playing out, compared to the surrender, so I just get this this sense of how it is then. If the surrender is very strong and they play out, it's like they are very small and hardly noticeable, versus we want to have things our way, we want to be in charge, you know, and this contracting energy. So if there's the openness, the allowing of life energy to flow, of life experience to unfold how it's supposed to unfold, then also when these things are occurring, the experience of them is not intense, or not as intense, more more subtle. And now I see some systems are struggling with the allowing life energy really to flow, and allow life, so life energy is life itself, life to unfold. So there is energies are coming in that meet this struggling energy. So caring energies for these parts that are struggling, and then they can neutralize. Feedback is there right away. A lot more bliss, a lot more vibration, a lot more light. Beautiful. Yeah, and I can see in the system, so we worked on so much that the system is very calm. Like it absolutely knows that abundance is there for it. So if you ever struggle on the human level, honestly, just sit down for a few moments and tune within, and just go into that space, because in this space, just do a meditation or just sit down, like whatever is easier for you. Go into the silence and tune into this space within yourself, and there's just this absolute knowingness that you live in abundance. It's just always there. So sometimes I see struggles in the system that are being cleared, but there are struggles around, especially about money, not having enough, not knowing how to get more. Yeah. And it's always so interesting, because I actually personally had an experience of this many years ago. So I had a certain amount of money in my bank account, and I felt like I didn't have enough. It wasn't enough. Then I lived from my savings for like a year, so there was less and less. And then I had, of course, a lot smaller amount of money on my bank account, and I had exactly the same feeling. And then I realized, okay, when basically my bank account was so much more filled, I had the same experience of lack versus now, where, okay, a lot is used up, but it didn't change at all. And then when I was working again and earning money, and the bank account filled again, it was never enough. It's never enough. It always has to be more. It has to be more. And this is also a very typical energy in the system, and I see it here also very strongly. So it's just an energy. And abundance is not just money, but it's a big part of it because we choose it to be. And this is going to be part, and this is really what I see a future prediction. I don't do this very often, but I definitely see this because the money system is changing, and mostly because people will stop feeding energetically, feeding the whole financial system so much anymore, because people start living in abundance and they realize, hey, I actually don't, it doesn't have to do with money that I live in abundance. So this realization. So this is also happening for your system right now. This realization, abundance, money is part of it, yes, but it's not like, it's not all of it. And also eventually you can live in abundance without money as well. So this is absolutely possible. Just limitations don't allow it. But the stepping out of the financial system into your own abundance, into their own power, seeing this, you stop feeding the financial system, and then this is how it starts changing or breaking down or whatever, because people realize that, and that's actually very cool. So we are, I said this before, we are creating our reality, right? So life energy moves through our system, like through the whole system, so everything that's there as well. So all the karma, the energy patterns, and everything is part of how we create this reality. So everything is projected in our consciousness bubble. And we are also creating the experience of lack. Yeah, because there are certain energies that we believe to be true, certain energies that are stuck, and many are being dissolved or have been dissolved already. And this is just why we are also creating the experience. So this is the thing. We're creating it until we don't. And we only cannot not if we are clearing the energies out of the system, raising the vibration, the major part of it. And what we can do on a conscious level is really making better choices. So choices around things that resonate, truly resonate, versus we think they're the best choice, because they're mostly not the best choice, because we actually think. That's the issue already. So all this information is coming into your system a lot more. I'm just sharing parts of it. That's what I'm supposed to share. This is what I'm seeing. So a lot of beautiful energy is present. Then I open up the energy field more. Bring in more light. Then I see limitations really in the lower chakras. So I'm gonna just work on the root chakra, dissolving stuck energies. basically I just dissolve a lot of different fear energies around letting go and consequences and fear of not being accepted, not being a good person, and stuff like that. So just also second chakra. I go back to the root chakra, there are some more. Then third chakra. So all sorts of different energies like uncertainty, worries, that things are unpredictable, concerns, like, yeah, stuff like that. Then I also move to the heart chakra. Okay, so let's sit with this for 1-2 minutes, just to allow this new um, this new information to integrate. Then I connect you. So I connect you to, let's say, the energy of abundance. So I bring this in for you. I anchor it in all the chakras: crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. And what this energy is doing, it helps this transformational process more. So everything that's not of it starts to fall away as well over time when you're connected to this energy. And everything that is of it is coming in. Let's sit with this for a few more moments in silence. So I see everything that had to come through already came through. So that's it. But the energies are just getting stronger that are coming through. So let's sit for another few minutes in silence and just enjoy the energies. Okay, we are finished.